how does the audio quality of the Insta360 ONE X2 compare to the Insta360 ONE R? Now this is a question that you guys have asked, so I figured I would do some really simple experiments here. Nothing super scientific. I'm just going to take some audio clips, play them back to back, see if we can hear the difference. Now the audio quality on the Insta360 ONE X2 is supposed to be better. It has an array of 4 microphones, one on each side of the camera, giving it 360 audio, which really makes sense for a 360 camera, because unlike traditional cameras where if the lens is pointing towards you then the microphone will be as well, with a 360 camera you're not always worried about which way it's facing, so it really makes sense to have that array of 4 microphones. But is it really that much better? Let's go ahead and find out. I'm going to start off with just playing some tunes on my Bluetooth speaker here, and I'll switch out which camera we're using, see if we can hear the audio difference, and I'll also do a spin test, just rotating the camera, see if this 4 microphone array really makes that much difference. When I was spinning it around, you really couldn't tell the difference, but I'm thinking that's probably just due to the fact that I have a really loud speaker right next to the camera, so having the microphone pointing one way or the other isn't making a difference in this situation. But I think we'll see it make a bigger difference when I'm just talking into the camera and have some extra noise going on in the background too. This is supposed to have noise reduction in both cameras and kind of an extra noise reduction in the X2. With the X2, it's supposed to automatically shut off the microphone that's getting the most wind blown into it and optimize the quality of the other microphones that aren't directly getting hit by the wind. I'm gonna go ahead and get on my one wheel and ride down the road, just get some wind noise going, get some background noise going, and see how well that noise reduction works between these 2 cameras. And I'm going to do the spin test again too as well to see if we can tell the difference a bit more when I'm just talking into the cameras. Alright, so I hopped on my one wheel. I figured if I was going fast enough I could get a little bit of wind blown past the cameras, see how the wind noise reduction is working. And right now you're listening to the ONE R, and I'm going to spin it around 360. See if the audio gets any worse when the front of the camera is quite away from me. Oh, there's some dogs barking. And now switching over to the ONE X. See if the wind noise is any worse or any better on that. And now I'm going to go ahead and spin the 360. See if the audio works while it's spinning all the way around. Did it get any worse while it's facing away from me? Okay, so that test definitely set these 2 cameras apart a bit more. You could definitely hear that the X2 had a better noise reduction, and that 360 array of microphones was definitely picking my voice up better when being spun around. The R, you could hear it wasn't picking me up quite as well when the microphone wasn't pointed straight at me. So that was just a bit more obvious with this test than it was with the last test. Now, so far I've just been exporting the files off of these cameras without doing anything to them. You're just hearing the raw audio from the cameras. But in the Insta360 app, there's an option to do voice optimization. So I wanted to try out that option as well. Turn that on both cameras and see how well that voice optimization worked. And I think this is just to cancel out any kind of noise in the background, not specifically wind noise, but just other noises besides your voice. And it's supposed to just hone the microphone in on your voice and boost the volume of your voice and decrease the volume of everything else, as far as I understand. So I'm going to turn those on and see how well it works. Alright, now you're back to listening to the One R, and I've got a creek in the background. There's a little waterfall right there. Just wanted to see how well the voice focus setting was working. So I'm going to go ahead and spin this around 360 again, see if that audio gets any worse when the camera's facing away from me. Well, not the camera, but the microphone is facing away from me. Alright, so we went around 360, and now I'm going to switch back over to the X. Alright, so here's the X2, just seeing how good that voice focus setting is working. And again, just spinning around 360, going all the way around, keep on going, and now we've made our full 360-degree turn. I am really impressed with how well the voice optimization worked. It sounds a little funny, but it definitely cut down on the background noise. For example, let me show you a clip with the voice optimization turned off, and then I'll turn it on. So here it is with it off. And I've got a creek in the background, there's a little waterfall right there. And now here's that same clip with the voice optimization turned on. And I've got a creek in the background, there's a little waterfall right there. That's really impressive. I really like that setting. Anyway, all of that to say, if you are really concerned with the audio in your 360 camera, then the X2 is the obvious choice here if you're doing a lot of vlogging or whatever. Alright, there's links to these cameras in the description below. Go check out some of my other videos right here. I'll see you guys next time.